you doing, everybody? It's MrDoTheMath here, and today we're going to talk about angle bisectors, right? We discussed before that a bisector means to do what now? Cut it in half. It means to cut in half, right? Cut in half, right? And so, as I mentioned before, like in geometry, you can't make assumptions. You only go with what they tell you. And so, let's talk about first and foremost congruent angles, right? We have congruent angles. And so, congruent means what? The same. It means equal, right? And so there are marks in geometry that lets us know when something's congruent, right? So for instance, if you have this angle, let's name this angle. Did what now? M.
AJ.
M-A-J. And let's name this one. H-O-G. Alright? Oh, okay. There's two ways to know the measure of an angle, right? Or to know a relationship of an angle, right? If I said this angle is 35 degrees and I said this angle is 35 degrees, then our statement, and so like there's a way that you would express this. You would say angle MAJ is congruent to angle HOG, right? That means they're congruent, right? Another way to represent this is if they had these marks here, right? Whenever marks match, that means congruency, right? So these notches match, which means that these are congruent to each other, all right? The book does it this way. They give you a shape, right? This is a five-sided. What's the name of it?
Pentagon.
Pentagon, right? All right, and so this is how you would know the measure of different angles or the relationship. Let's label it first. Let's do A, B, C, D, F. Right? Alright, so if I do this, I say got one notch here. That means that angle B and angle F are congruent. And then if I do two here, that means angle C and angle D are together. They're congruent, right? And so in geometry, the matching marks represent congruency. Alright? The matching marks. So this means that angle B is congruent to angle F, and here means angle C is congruent to angle D. So if I said angle B was 120, how big is angle F?
120.
Exactly. And then if I said this one was 111, then how big is this angle?
111.
That's it, right? Because they're congruent to each other, right? All right. So now, the next level of geometry would be to give us a value. So if they said that, let's say, they said both of these angles were congruent. So let's see, X, Y, Z. There's a mark here, and they did this. If you see a mark like this, that means that. Let's see it. Let's put a W there. That means that this angle is congruent to this angle. Okay? That's what that means. Everybody good with that? Give me a head nod. Alright, so now, if they say that angle XYW is equal to 18 degrees. If XYW is equal to 18 degrees, how big is angle XYZ?
36.
You agree? Yeah? Why is it 36, Jared?
Because they got the same measurement.
Because, say it again?
They got the same measurement.
Yeah. How do you know they got the same measurement?
The little sign, the little angle sign. Right?
Yeah, this thing right here, right? So, if this is 18, this is also 18, right? And so you use which postulate to figure out the measure of the whole thing? Yeah, angle addition postulate, right? So it's 18 plus 18, which would make this 36 degrees. Okay? We're good with that?
Yeah.
Ready to turn it up a notch? Alright, let's turn it up a notch. Alright, so what if we have, do we have anything more difficult? Let's go here. Alright, what if I have this? Alright, so listen to the lingo here. This is P, this is R, this is S, this is Q. This right here refers to the whole angle, Alright? When there's no break in this mark here, this means the whole angle. Alright, put that in your notes. Whole angle. Right? When it's a break right here, this means separate angles. Yeah, I notice you see the difference. Does everybody see the difference there? This means the whole thing. This means the separation. Right? Okay. So in a like a problem or whatever, they'll say 62. They'll put 62 here. This means that the whole thing is 62. Okay? Everybody good with that part? Now, here's details. Here's the information. They'll say this bisects angle PQS. What's this? Ty, what does this mean?
QR.
What QR?
The line.
This is line QR?
Ray.
Ray QR, right? So they're saying that this ray bisects means what? Cut in half. It cuts this angle in half, right? So if ray QR bisects PQS, then the measure of any of these angles, so the measure of angle PQR would be half of the whole thing, right? Half of angle PQS. So it'll be half of 62 divided by 2, right? Everybody good with that? Yeah?
Yep.
For real? Mike, you good with this? Nah, it took you too long to say yeah. Alright, so where did I get 62 from?
You're 62 from the whole thing. Oh, not
Where did I get 62 from?
the whole thing.
Right here. Said the whole thing is 62 degrees. Right? Where did I get this 2 from? Yeah.
From the 1.5.
Yeah, 1/2 of PQS. PQS is the whole thing. Half of PQS is going to give me this measure, and it's going to give me this measure. Alright? That's how we get our 31 degrees. Everybody good with that?
Right.
Alright, and it's all got to do with bisect. Right? Bisect means to cut in half. Right? And so the next thing that will happen is they give you an expression. And I'm looking for an expression, but I don't see an expression. Oh, I do see an expression. Do I see an expression? I think, yes, I got an expression. Here we go. Alright, so let's move over here. Alright, so last example, and then we'll be able to do our work. Alright, so what if they say, let's use a hard one, because I hate them. I hate when math teachers give you like an easy example and they give you like a home run at the end and you can't do it. Alright, so here we go. You got A, B, D, right, and C, right? This is 45 degrees. This equals X minus 10 degrees, right? BD bisects it. Alright, and sometimes they just put BIS. That means bisect as well. We good so far? Okay. So now we want to find X. So we want to find X. Okay? So these marks mean something. What do these marks mean again? Congruent or not congruent? Congruent. So how would I set this up to solve? Yes, Molly. 45 equals X minus 10. Everybody agree with that? Why do you agree with that? Yeah, because they're equal to each other. Good. Alright, so then what's the next step, Joanne?
Add 10.
Very good. You add 10 to both sides. So that's, what's that? 55 equals X. X equals 55.
The whole thing equals 55.
No, X equals 55.
So it's X. So, oh, I get it now. Never mind.
We good with that? So then if you substitute 55 in here,
Minus 10.
minus 10, you get,
45.
and both of these are 45. Which makes this whole angle, what kind of an angle?
Right.
Oh, right.
Very good, it's a right angle. Good. So that's what's going on, right?
But I have a
So,
question.
yes
If you
ma'am.
already know that that equals to that, could you say, like, because you know how ABD equals 45, and you know ABD equals DBC, so can you say it's 45?
Yeah, but you're solving for X.
Okay.
Alright, so it says solve for X. So then, that's why we had to go about it this way. Everybody good? Do I have any more questions? Okay, cool. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you have any questions, comment below. This is Do the Math out.